just attempting to go and pick the girls up from school. And this pheasant is on the Chateau road and keeps running across the road. Decide what you're doing, please. Come on then, where are you going? Come on, little one, what are you doing? Please decide. Otherwise I'm going to be late. Are you going up there then? Okay.
I know that you are having a hard time right now. That everything seems to crumble around you. I know that you feel all alone in this world, but you have to put your trust into us, and we will help you through, 'cause we only want what's best for you. I know that you are having trouble believing right now that everything is gonna be alright. I know that you feel all alone in this world, but you have to put your trust into us, and we will help you through, 'cause we only want what's best, what is best for you.
So Julian, I won't ask you how it's going because you're not a happy bunny at the moment, so we'll skip over that bit. But you have made some progress in here. And do you want to just explain what you've done on this side of the bathroom?
Yeah, so that was the old shower.
Yeah.
Plumbing. So I had to take all that out, move it on, because that's where the new shower tray is going to go. Chiselled all that out, and then chiselled all this out so that I can put the water pipes within the wall, so they're not visible.
And that's all in process of getting ready for me to plaster, isn't it, as well?
It needs to be concreted in first, or fixed in so it's a bit more level for plastering.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to screw through where I can, because I don't know what they've made this out of, some kind of mortar, but then some big stones.
Yeah.
So you've got to find a solid, nice bit of stone to drill into so that you can.
Yeah, it's not like brick, is it?
No.
I think you're right. I think it's an original wall, isn't it? And it's definitely made of stones and probably lime mortar and everything else. So it's not easy to get a purchase.
And it goes round and then into the.
And you've tidied a lot of this up. So we had feed. Well, it's just a right tangled mess, wasn't it? So
well, there was a toilet, a shower.
Yeah.
And a sink. So there was another 1, 2, 3, or another 4 water feeds going from these. So I've taken all those off, capped them off for now. ready for when the feeds go back in.
For
There's going to be a sink here with another water and cold and a hot water feed.
Yeah.
There.
So while you've got access and while the partition wall is half demolished, you're doing all this to make it easier for when, well, so it's complete to put up the partition wall, aren't you? And then the toilet is going to go back in the same area, isn't it?
Yeah,
here.
The toilet's going to go round about here.
It's a more traditional toilet with the feed coming up underneath rather from the side. And what used to happen is where this waste pipe was here, this used to go all the way across to the shower. And they'd done a raised shower platform with just normal tiles on it. It didn't work at all. It leaked all the way down into the playroom below. So in this very small area here, this bathroom and then this one over here, which was just a little shower area in that room, we had 2 leaking showers. And we didn't know, did we? Until literally we tried to use them both within a couple of days of moving in, and water just poured down through the wall into the playroom from both of them. So that was one of the first things that had that and the heating. It wasn't a very happy few days moving in. So you're taking the waste for the shower out of this external wall to basically separate the waste of the shower and the toilet, mainly so we don't have to have this waste pipe running all the way across, which we would then have to hide. The shower would have to be raised, whereas if we do it over here in this area, the plan is we're going to get slimline waste and you're going to put it below the floor level, aren't you? Which means probably a day's job drilling to get through the wall. But aesthetically, it will look nice. We won't need to worry about there being a drop, because there never really was a drop from the shower anyway. So yeah, it is looking a lot tidier on this side. So you're not a plumber, you're doing a really good job, and I know you're hating every minute of this, but I just want to say well done. Okay, so I'm showing you from this side. As you can see, apart from the big hole in the floor, it's a lot tidier than it was. Makes a lot more sense now. And where this waste pipe here is at the bottom, we'll obviously create a drop. That'll go to probably just about to the right of this bucket. And then that's where the sink's going to go there. Pretty much parallel, I would say, actually looking at it now, with the window. So that'll be nice. Still a lot of work to do on just sorting the plumbing out, probably another day or 2. Julian's really doing well. He's never really done any plumbing before, apart from plumbing the sink in and creating new outlets to divert some of our plumbing for the kitchen. So this is a bit new to him, and it was a real state. This is what it looked like before.
Really solid. So that's probably what you do. Well, yeah, that's probably the right thing to do.
There's like all these.
Well, that had electrics as well, didn't it?
It was an electric. What?
The whatever unit they had here had.
I don't think they're serving anything else at the minute. They're not, are they? Because they're not going anywhere.
Well, no, they're not, but they work. So that had electrics. You got the electric radiator. That's another one.
You can see now that we're making a bit of progress. Once the plumbing's done, what we'll then do, it means that everything's in place, so I can then get plastering this wall, because what I've got to do is plaster this wall, then we have to wait for it to dry, then I have to paint it, then the toilet can be refitted. Okay, so in dressing room 1 we have 2 walls now plastered. Right the way at the top. And first time I've plastered on new plasterboard, so not bad. Obviously, as you imagine, a lot easier than plastering on old walls. The most difficult bit is getting the scrim tape right underneath, and then this wall here. which then goes above the fan light, right the way above, back down again. It's starting to get a really nice finish now. It's already starting to go off. So yeah, happy with that. Hello there, comrade.
Hello.
The temperature's dropped again. We had a 2 days respite, didn't we, of not so freezing temperatures, and now it's the cold is back. So then, welcome to the big black hole. What are you up to?
Trying to do the flooring, so putting the ledger board in.
So what is a ledger board?
It's one of them.
Because we came up with the idea of how to replace the joist, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then once we'd done the drawing and basically came up with the idea, we then checked online with some, I did with architectural websites, etc. And then we actually found out the correct term for the idea of what we were starting with, which is a ledger board. And this is the starting point, the starting plank, so that the joist hangers, which is what they are, those metal things. Yeah. So that is basically the brace for the right hand side for the new joist to go in.
Yeah.
So what's the idea after this then?
So once that's up, then I'll take this floorboard back. Put some more joist hangers in between.
Yeah.
Then put a joist.
So instead of one long joist,
in there,
which is the bit that we've taken up, what was it, 2.4 metres or something? That was rotten. We're going to use the existing width joists and brace in between, aren't we?
Yeah.
That means that we don't have to cut any of the other joists back, and we've been back and forth, but we think this is the idea that's got the less prattling about. So once you've got the in-between joists with the joist hangers, you will then, where will the other joist hangers go? So that, like, for instance, say you've got a joist in between those two.
Put the joist hangers there, then they'll have the joist hanger attached to
the new joist.
The new little joist.
Yeah.
And then another joist going across.
Okay. So that will then create little bridges.
Yeah.
Which we hope with the new, we're basically creating sort of like 6 new joists, aren't we?
Yeah.
If you like, 3 in between and then 3 across.
Yep.
But it's taking you some doing just getting that ledger board onto that wall, hasn't it?
Well, it's not even on properly yet. I've just put some wood in there so I could get it kind of as level as I could. Screwed holes, or drilled holes where the joist hangers are going to go, and I'll use these bolts going through the joist hanger and the ledger board
into the wall.
Into the wall.
It's better to be safe than sorry, but they're not structural in terms of the walls, but it's structural in terms of the floor.
Yeah, it's load bearing, so.
Yeah, so it's important that it's basically we're creating an above deck, aren't we?
Yeah.
A sort of like a new bit of decking, but on the second floor rather than the first floor.
Yeah.
Okay, right, good luck with that.
Thank you.
We'll see how you're doing as it progresses.
Okay.